Here's Brody Brazil.
Okay, it's a bit depressing to have this realization, but it's almost been 20 years since I graduated college. Yeah, time flies, but I have not been in the educational system for that long. So I know it's not really recent or fresh, but there are some things in the past 2 decades of actual life I've realized that school along the way never taught me and that it probably should have. So in this video, I'm going to present 5 things they forgot to teach you. Things that are not part of the curriculum of elementary, middle, high school, or college, but when you look back, man, how are they not? These are just normal life things. Like number 1, how to file taxes. You realize that if you're going to live in this country for the rest of your life, this is something you're going to have to do every, January, February, March, or April. Whether you're an individual, whether you're a business, running a business, you're going to have to do this. And nobody really prepares you for this until all of a sudden you get this paperwork and you got to figure it out and fill it out and probably send it off to an accountant. Or maybe if you're feeling lucky at first, you do your TurboTax. But things like how to withhold a certain amount from your paycheck so that, you don't owe a ton of money when tax time comes. If you're an individual or you're a business, what's the difference? Like what to expect in this entire process. Federal versus state taxes. And how about just the idea of at the end of this process every April, feeling like you got it correct and having some confidence in that. School doesn't teach you this, but it's something everybody's going to have to take care of or pay to have taken care of, but trust that they did it right for you. How is this something that's not part of education? I learned a lot of useless things over the years, whole semesters of things that I have not touched since in 20 plus years. But I do this stuff every year. So that's number 1. And by the way, these are in no particular order, but how about number 2? Basic home systems. I don't mean actually building the house, but I mean like maintaining it. And it doesn't matter if you live in a house, a condo, you're sharing a place, you're by yourself, you're a family, you're an individual. It doesn't matter. Like, you need shelter. You need to live somewhere with the roof, windows, lights, plumbing, probably air conditioning and heating or some combination of both. Like, you need to know how to do a lot when it comes time to being responsible for a dwelling. So I'm not saying they need to teach you in school like how to be a plumber or how to be an electrician or how to be an HVAC professional, but how about just the basics of plumbing, like where you need vents and drains and like where does it go out your house and how does it connect to the sewer and how to, how to like snake a drain. These are, I know. They are things you'll learn over the years, and maybe you're agreeing with me as I have these realizations too. They're hard lessons you learn yourself, and a lot of people look them up on YouTube these days, but why doesn't school teach you this, the basic stuff? And again, I'm not asking you to rewire your whole house or even open up a panel for a light switch or an electrical box. I'm just saying have an idea of current, voltage, amperage, how to shut off breakers. What are circuit breakers? None of that stuff was covered in my education. How about HVAC? How does it work? How does a typical system work? Replacing an air filter, when you should do it, why you should do it, what if something breaks, how to test it. Like, these are all things I've learned over the years. What does it run on? Is it electrical? Is it gas? Is it both? What kind of system do you have? Let's identify the types of systems. Anyway, I digress, but how could none of that be taught? Even things like painting and patching, how to tape up a wall, how to cut in paint, from a wall to a ceiling. How do you do it? It's not that hard. It's not that hard to teach and learn. Why would you not? Or basic landscape, irrigation. Again, can you tell here as I bring this all up? These are all things in the last however many years. I've learned a lot of them the hard way or through asking questions and experience, but it's crazy because so many people have to deal with these things, but they are never prepared for them as part of their educational experience. Okay, number 3, financial literacy. Now, I'm not even asking for strategy of finances or what to do with your money. I'm just saying, do you even understand the basics of personal finance or even business finance. But let's just start with the personal side of finance. It's important to know how to earn money, manage your money, and stay financially stable. Like, what did you learn in school about the stock markets? Maybe these days are different. You know what? Maybe I'm the old man just shouting on this video because I graduated high school in 99 and I finished college in 2003. But it's been a while, right? So, okay. Maybe these things are covered. Maybe there is a course on stock markets and how to start your retirement fund. How much should you save? Where should you put it? What's the best idea? What's a Roth IRA? You know, what are these things? Do you know? Investing, how to invest your money, what's safe, what's volatile, how to save money. I know that should be simple, but it's really not. How about loans and borrowing and interest rates? Getting by the way, that house that you were hoping to buy, how about getting a mortgage? You know, these are things that should be understood by young people as they enter the real world. But unfortunately, these are things that they learn as they go in the real world on the fly. Okay, how about this? Basic automotive. I don't know the percentage of young people that drive or need to drive or want to drive, but at some point, like, you're going to come across a car. I don't care if it's gas powered or electric. Let's just start with the basics, because I don't think, and there is auto shop class, right? In high school, I do remember auto shop class. Wasn't mandatory. It's funny, if I can go back and do it again, I might have taken that class. Like, whoever teaches you how to change a tire? Probably your dad, right? That's the stereotypical one. But again, not everybody has somebody like that in their life to teach them. Everybody should know how to change a tire, where to find the tire, how to jack it up, the car up if you need to, how to take the tire iron and, you know, get those lug nuts off. Maybe an oil change is a bit, you know, like detailed and specific. Maybe that's too much. And you know what? Electric cars of the future don't need oil changes. But at least for now, is it that hard to give the basics on how to do an oil change? What is that? Like a couple hours to figure that out, demonstrate it, maybe have some students practice it. Check your tire pressure. That's so simple. Not everybody knows how to do it. Change your wiper blades, also very easy. All this stuff could be covered in a full week, easy. This could all be part of the basics class. All these things in one semester of high school. What to do if your car breaks down. I mean, not just the safety aspects of like, get it off the road, get away from the car, put up flares if you can, right? But like how to maybe identify what's wrong with the car. Can you even fix it if you're in the middle of nowhere? Again, these are things that were never taught to me. And last but not least, I mean, this one, and everything else is kind of a convenience, but this one could save lives. Basic first aid, right? How many of you know basic first aid, honestly? Like, do you know CPR? The proper techniques, the proper procedure, the Heimlich maneuver, both of those two things alone could save somebody's life. How about what to do with cuts and scrapes, how to treat them, how to understand the severity of them, or impact injuries, somebody's head hits the ground, what do you do? And how about these two big ones? Somebody with the beginning signs of a stroke or a heart attack. How do you identify those symptoms? And what do you instantly do to help or remedy the situation? So of all the ones I've mentioned, I did save this for last. This one's really important. The other ones are, you know, necessary. This one's critical. Do you know all these? Do you know some of these? Could you save somebody if you did? So there you go. Try not to be too, hammer this one too hard, but these are things that I was never taught in school. I don't think they're that tough. And if it comes down to trigonometry for a semester or the stuff I just showed you, yeah, let's be honest. Trigonometry, you got to go. This stuff, way more important. Let me know if you agree with any or all of this in the comments section below.